Hey everyone, Diavolo here, and welcome to my Jujutsu Kaisen character showcase. In each video, we will go over a different character, their abilities, and their history in the Jujutsu Kaisen universe. So brace yourself, as there are spoilers that come later on in the video, but do not worry as I'll save them for towards the end, or give a warning when they come up. If you're new around here, be sure to subscribe for similar content, and if you do enjoy the video, feel free to headbutt that like button. Hope you all enjoy my first character showcase. Now let's get into it. We are first going to start off with the eccentric doll creator, Masamichi Yaga. The principal of Tokyo Metropolitan Cursed Technical College, Masamichi Yaga is a very tall man, 47 years old, with dark brown hair and a goatee to match. He owns a large stash of sunglasses and is usually seen in a long-sleeved black jacket over a collared white shirt. We first see Masamichi Yaga in episode 2 of the anime when Itadori and Gojo arrive at Jujutsu Tech. He is extremely stern and prides himself as an educator. Due to his past with Suguru Ghetto, he tends to dislike people who are not certain with their motivations or they may seem faulty. Masamichi Yaga's abilities. He has the ability to control puppets through the use of a curse energy grid. He does this by putting his curse energy into a doll. He then gives it life and starts to control it. This is through the use of his innate ability called Cursed Corpse. He has 3 different abilities that have been seen so far in the series, these being Kathy, Tsukamoto, and Panda. Kathy is a medium-sized doll that has been powered up by Masamichi's cursed energy. This dog, bare-faced doll can throw hands with the best of people. Possessing an extremely powerful punch and being able to easily bounce off the walls, he can become quite a formidable opponent. We see this happen in the second episode when Itadori meets Masamichi, who is peeved off that Gojo is 8 minutes late. He ends up sending the Kathy bear after Yuji because he thought that the reasoning behind why he wanted to become a Jujutsu sorcerer wasn't good enough. Tsukamoto is a somewhat friendly bear with a training purpose behind its use. It wears a pair of boxing gloves and is usually asleep unless someone isn't producing a constant flow of cursed energy. If that happens, the bear springs to life and lays into the person whose cursed energy isn't constant. This bear was also shown early on in the series with Itadori in the first few episodes, where he is training his cursed energy to become more constant. Masamichi Yaga was the man to create Panda, who was a mutated cursed corpse doll created of 3 different cursed cores and a panda. Although I'd love to explain Panda's abilities, he is more of his own character than just a mere cursed corpse. I will definitely cover Panda separately in a different video in the near future, so keep an eye out for that if you'd like to learn more about the history and abilities of a big cuddly panda. History of Masamichi Yaga. Many years before the series began, Masamichi Yaga, at some unknown point, became the principal of Tokyo Tech College. By this time, he had already created and was training Panda. During these days, Masamichi met with his students Gojo and Geto, where he gave them a mission from Master Tengen. These guys were tasked with escorting the Star Plasma vessel to the Tengen so that he could complete his once every 500 year curse ritual. If you'd like to know more about Gojo's past arc and the Star Plasma vessel and that whole thing, let me know in the comments below or like the video up and I'll get a video done on it, because like damn, everything in this anime is super in-depth and interesting from what I've seen so far, and I'd love to, cover more in the future. A year after he gave the mission to Gojo and Geto, he found out that Suguru Ghetto was on his Itachi shit and killed an entire village and his family. During the Cursed Child arc, Masamichi meets with Gojo and discussed how they were going to locate Geto when suddenly he showed up at the college looking for Yuta. Masamichi and a bunch of other sorcerers went to confront him. While confronting Geto, he makes the announcement of an all-out war between the two sides of Jujutsu sorcerers and the vengeful cursed spirits. He then leaves. During the introduction arc, Masamichi met with Gojo and Yuji for an interview to see if Yuji would attend the school. When Yuji introduces himself, Masamichi asks him why he is here. Yuji says that he is here to help people because it was the last request from his grandfather. Masamichi doesn't like his response and says that he is disqualified. Masamichi then has more of his cursed corpse dolls attack Yuji and explains what it is and that it will continue to attack until Yuji gives him an answer he likes. As Yuji is continued to be attacked by the doll and trying to give a reason, Masamichi explains what a sorcerer does and how most of them die. When Yuji says that he will never regret how he lives, Masamichi accepts his answer and welcomes Yuji to the school. A few days later, Gojo pranks Masamichi, giving him the wrong time completely on the time he was meant to show up at the Kyoto College with their principal, making him 2 hours early for the meeting. Just a quick note that you may be spoiled on things if you are just an anime only, as this is the arc that the anime series is currently going through. During the Tokyo Goodwill event arc, a fierce competition that pits the teams of Tokyo and Kyoto students against each other in a series of intense jujutsu battles. Masamichi is with Yoshinobu when Gojo reveals that Sukuna's host, Yuji, is still alive, to the absolute surprise of everyone. He then explained the rules of the event along with Gojo to everyone as well. When the events start, Masamichi is with the other teachers watching the event through the monitors. When the intruders invade the site, Masamichi heads over to go find Tengen. After the intruders were dealt with, Masamichi and the other staff members attended a meeting discussing how they were going to conceal from the higher-ups that one of the fingers had been stolen during the raid by Mahito and his crew. For some crazy reason, probably because it's an anime, they decided that it's a good idea to go along with the tournament still, even with everything that has happened, and that is the end of the arc. On the 31st of October 2018, during the Shibuya incident arc, Masamichi Yaga teamed up with Shoko and helped her set up a medical tent. He stayed with Shoko and protected her throughout the battle, as she was the only one there naturally capable of using reverse cursed technique, which is used to heal others and herself. At one point throughout the fight, after Yuji's body was taken over by Sukuna noticed that Megumi had been injured and decided to take him to Masamichi and Shoko to get healed. I always find it super interesting how Sukuna takes this kind of liking to Megumi, like he goes out of his way to make sure that he doesn't die. I really wonder what he has in plan for Megumi, and if it's got something to do with his Shikigami. Let me know in the comments if you've been, thinking the same way, or like if you've got your own kind of theory. I'd love to know. But anyway, because of how Masamichi was inciting his students, which is just complete bullshit, and because Gedo is confirmed to be revived, Masamichi has been sentenced to the death penalty, sadly. And well, that brings everything that we know so far about Masamichi Yaga, his abilities, and the history of him so far in the series. So from here, it's really hard to say what's going to happen with the teddy bear loving, slick suit wearing principal Masamichi Yaga. He may really be put to death, who knows. Jujutsu Kaisen is such an interesting show with an amazing world, characters and story. I've really enjoyed doing my research on the man, finding out some facts like his stash of glasses, or that his catchphrase is "goddamn," or even that he placed 40th with 233 votes in the first Jujutsu Kaisen character popularity poll. If you've enjoyed the video and would like to see more, be sure to headbutt that like button and comment down below letting me know. For now, it's been your professional degenerate Diavolo. Hope you're all having a lovely morning, day or night, and I'll see you in the next video. Special thanks to Ryan Josh for leaving that lovely comment in the last video. Thanks heaps, and bye.